This is a very touchy situation, y'all. Welcome back to Hot Topics TV. You already know if the topic is hot, we're on it. This whole thing that's been going on with Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears, we gonna get into this. I was taking a little bit of time to dig up some details just to make sure that we're on the same track because everybody is asking and everybody wants to know what's going on with Tiffany, especially Tiffany. Aries Spears, not so much, right? Considering his negative interaction recently with the singer Lizzo, but bar that off the table. Let's talk about Tiffany. Here's what's happening. So you have a good understanding, and I'm taking this from CNN. So it's somewhat of credible information and more information than I would know. Comedians Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears have been accused of having groomed and molested two minor siblings years ago. This is according to a lawsuit that was filed in the Los Angeles Superior Court. First of all, before I go any further with all the details, let me say this. Once there are sexual allegations and it involves children, Hollywood will not touch her with a 10-foot pole, not even a 100-foot pole. Now, Tiffany has been the it girl for quite some time in Hollywood. She made it, man. She more than made it. She had HBO specials. She had the opportunity to put her own people on. I would call her the female version of Kevin Hart. Oh, and by the way, Kevin Hart is closely associated to Tiffany. So if this goes south the wrong way, you can look for Kevin Hart to disassociate himself from Tiffany. Kevin doesn't want to mess up his bag because of loyalty to Tiffany, and this is exactly how it works. Now remember, innocent until proven guilty. However, also remember, they will build you up, and then at the height of your popularity and fame, they will crucify you right up there for everyone to see. Now, back to the case. The complainants are referred to in the case as Jane Doe and John Doe. That's in the suit, right? Which states their names are being withheld to protect their privacy. According to the complaint, a copy of which was obtained by CNN, Jane Doe and John Doe were 14 and 7 years old at the time, respectively, when they allege that Haddish and Spears had them participate in sexually suggestive videos in separate incidents, both in 2013 and in 2014. When reached for comments by CNN, the attorneys of Tiffany and Spears called the allegations bogus. They said, yo, this is a shakedown. This is a shakedown. Both attorneys said the same thing. According to the complaint, Haddish was a longtime family friend of the mother of the siblings who actually went and filed the lawsuit. Is this a case of some bitter friend who saw that she made it but did not include her in her fame and her newfound wealth? Or is this a case of it really did go down? Jane Doe, which is the female in the lawsuit, was enrolled in what's called a comedy camp in 2013 when Tiffany Haddish was a guest speaker and told the girl then she had a perfect role for her. This is what the paperwork states. The star allegedly, which is Tiffany, allegedly drove the girl to a studio where she and Spears showed her a video of an older man and a college-age woman eating a sandwich simultaneously from either end. So there's the sandwich, and you have two people, a man on one end of the sandwich, a woman on the other end of the sandwich, while moaning and making sexual noises as they both ate the sandwich in a manner that simulated the effect of fellatio or getting head. For those of you who don't know what fellatio means. Wow. Okay. That's not good at all. That's not good at all. Spears then told plaintiff Jane Doe that he wanted her to mimic what she had seen on the screen, including the noises and everything. Damn. Precisely like what she heard throughout the video. I want you to do it the same exact way. Eat that sandwich and moan. Ooh, ooh, Wow. Why would you want a child to do that? Anyhow, the lawsuit states that plaintiff Jane Doe was nervous and she was disgusted, and she didn't say anything until Tiffany came into the room and sat next to her. Tiffany verbally explained what she expected Jane Doe to do, and then showed Jane Doe how to give head, including movements with her hand as if simulating, as if going up and down on a penis, including movements, noises, moaning, and groaning. Damn. Now, before I go any further, again, if my child came home and told me this, I would have been ticked off to no ends. You know, they talk about Holly weird. I didn't know it was this bad. And me, like you, Tiffany is probably one of our favorite actresses. You know, we're rooting for her to win. And it feels good to see somebody come from the bottom, a person of color, a woman, a black woman, come from the bottom. Let's not mix it and make it to the top. It feels good. But she's not squeaky clean. And this right here, whether it's an allegation or not, this is too detailed. And these details are very damaging. Let's put it that way. She took the child, brought the child to a different location in her car, broke out a sandwich, showed her a video of an older man and a younger female eating the sandwich from both ends. And they're moaning and groaning as they're eating it. Then Spears told the girl, allegedly, all this is allegedly, Spears told the girl, the young girl then, this is what I want you to do. I want you to do it exactly how you saw it in the video. I want you to make the sounds exactly like you heard them in the video. It says that the little girl was disgusted, but she was silent. Tiffany was not in the room at the time. But when Tiffany came in the room, Tiffany made it worse because Tiffany sat down next to her and actually showed her, walked her through it, how to give fellatio, including all the movements. So I'm assuming it came with the hand movement, the head movement, the mouth bobbing, all the noises, moaning and groaning. Physically, emotionally, and mentally uncomfortable, plaintiff Jane Doe mimicked the acts that Tiffany Haddish and Spears wanted her to do so that she could go home. This is what the paperwork says. She did it. She did all of it just so she could go home. Tiffany Haddish allegedly then paid her $100 and sent her home, according to the paperwork. Jane Doe alleges that in summer of 2014, Tiffany Haddish offered a book, arrange, and film Mr. Doe content for a Nickelodeon sizzle reel at the home of Spears. So there we go again. Now the brother is over at Spears' house with Tiffany. Offered to book, arrange, and film Mr. Doe content for a Nickelodeon sizzle reel at the home of Spears. Tiffany Haddish claims that the reel would be used to book Mr. Doe on Nickelodeon. So there was nobody that was telling them to do this. as in no big executive from Hollywood was saying, hey, bring those kids into our studio. If you can get a hold of them, they're very talented and we would like to work with them. This is allegedly, again, and according to the paperwork, John Doe, which is now the boy, alleges that in summer of 2014, Tiffany Haddish offered to book, arrange, and film Mr. Doe content for a Nickelodeon sizzle reel at the home of Spears. Tiffany Haddish claims that that reel would be used to get him some gigs on Nickelodeon. Upon information and belief, Tiffany Haddish and Spears removed the 7-year-old victim from his sister, placed him upstairs in a bedroom, and stripped the child down to his underwear. This is according to the suit. The video was entitled "Through a Pedophile's Eyes," and it shows Spears lusting over the 7-year-old child and rubbing his back. Oh my gosh, this gets worse. This gets worse. I thought the sandwich would have been it. They actually took the boy, according to the suit. They actually took the boy upstairs in a room at Spears' house, stripped him down to his underwears. Wow. And titled it "Through a Pedophile's Eyes." And shows Spears lusting over the 7-year-old child and rubbing his back. Pardon me, I got a cough. This is serious stuff. Tiffany Haddish was present during the filming of the entire video, is what the complaint says. Photos allegedly from that same video shoot are included in the complaint as proof that it did happen. Oh man. An attorney for Tiffany Haddish said in a statement to CNN that the plaintiff's mother had been trying to assert these bogus claims against Miss Haddish for several years. In other words, she has been trying to get something done about this for several years, the mother of the children. Now, you gotta think about this, right? She's been trying to get something done about this for several years. There's a lot of people that are going to say, okay, your children were 7 and 14 at the time. Why did you wait so long? But the attorney says, an attorney for Haddish, this is not the mom's attorney for the children. Tiffany Haddish's own attorney said to CNN that the mother has been trying to assert these bogus claims against Tiffany for several years. Makes me wonder, were they paying her shut-up money and the shut-up money ran out? How was she not able to get this out there? I mean, you go to the police, you file your claims with your attorney, and then boom, an investigation is launched, right? Every attorney who has initially taken on her case, and there were several that took on this case, ultimately dropped the matter once it became clear that the claims were meritless and that Miss Haddish would not be shaken down. This is a statement read, adding that the mother has her adult daughter representing her in the lawsuit. That the mother has her adult daughter representing her in a lawsuit. I don't know what this is. The two of them will together face the consequences of pursuing this frivolous action. So they're probably going to be countersuing them. The mother of the plaintiff is named in the statement. CNN is not including her name in their publication to protect the privacy of her then minor children. Jane Doe, by the way, is now 22 years old and the legal guardian of John Doe, who is now 15 years old. And this is according to the complaint. He isn't going to fall for any shakedown. Deborah Opie, who is the attorney for Spears, said in a statement on CNN or to CNN. So for those of you who are wondering what the hell is going on with this Tiffany Haddish thing and what kind of trouble she's in and could it get her canceled and all that other stuff, will she go to prison, see jail time or anything like that? Will she have to pay out millions of dollars? This is not looking good. If I should solely go off of this publication that was based. Now remember, CNN got a hold of the lawsuit. And that's what I just read to you, is the lawsuit as it's published with all the claims. If this is what it is, this doesn't look good at all. She might not have been able to do anything about it over the years, but where it sits now in the court of public opinion, millions of eyes are on it. And you know how the crowd loves to build you up and then watch a good teardown. I wish Tiffany all the best. I wish Spears all the best. My main concern, though, is was there any ill intent? I don't like the part where it says through the eyes of a pedophile. What reason would you have to film such content or even name the content through the eyes of a pedophile? The child was told that they were going to take him to Spears' house and film some reels, and these reels, and you know, act out a couple of scenes. And these reels they would be able to take to Hollywood or get him some job on Nickelodeon. And he was instructed to take all his clothes off, strip down to his underwear, and Spears is rubbing his back and looking at him in some salacious manner like he's lusting over the child. That's crazy. That's crazy. And it was titled Through the Eyes of a Pedophile. I don't know what else to say. I think I'm just going to sit on the fence for this one. What I do know is if I should look at this as a parent, I would go as far as to say this. A lot of people look for fame through their children. Oh, my daughter can be a model. My little son can be an actor in Hollywood. He's going to blow up big, make a lot of money, and I could live vicariously through him and buy all the stuff I've always wanted to buy and have millions of dollars in the bank and be in a company of stars and live that star life if my child makes it. So here comes some superstar that says, hey, give me your child. Like in the R. Kelly situation, hey, give me your child. I'll take him to the studio with me, or I'll take her to the studio with me, and I'll make her into a star. And there are parents out there who actually do this. Because I'm asking, where the hell was the mom when all this was going on? Did they speak to the mom, tell the mom, hey, we could shoot this video at Spears' house and we can use it to get your child some work with Nickelodeon? And she agreed. Or did they just take the child from someone where the mom was not around? I don't understand all this. But it's weird, and I know that people do weird things on both ends. So again, if I should put my thoughts into this as a parent, I'm probably going to be looking at this like, yeah, Spears and Tiffany, nasty and guilty. But then again, I know how the machine works, so I'll sit on the fence for now, and I'll wait to see what else comes out. Let's keep a close eye on this. What do you think's going to happen now with Tiffany and Spears? Talk to me. Leave your comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you on the next video. It's Hot Topics TV. You already know if the topic is hot, we're on it. I'm out. Peace. Oh, and pardon the cough because I won't be editing it out. I'm out.